class from the class SNI 101. It's entitled How to Use Google Reader and iTunes to Read, Subscribe, and Listen to blogs, video blogs, and podcasts. So thank you for attending to this. And I wanted to begin by going through the program here. And we'll start off by talking about how to get and install a Google Reader. So first you go to Google, and then you click on the Reader portion. At that point, it takes you to another screen here to install the Reader. Basically, create your account if you don't have one, or if you already have a Gmail account for whatever you can use. You can set up a Google Reader very easily. But once you do that, the process is I'll show you how to subscribe in Google Reader. So if you click on my website, and it's the blog within my website, which is socialnetworking-institute.blogspot.com that I created within Google Blogger. So what you do is just click on Subscribe to Reader, this little familiar chiclet. This is an RSS feed subscription. When you do that, it goes to this page. And then what you can do is that you can either add it to your Google homepage or add it to your Google Reader that you just created. So once you click on this screen, and what it's taking this feed right here, and automatically putting it into Google Reader for you to read. So click on this, and then what will happen, it'll be brought into your Google Reader automatically. These are the various different blogs that were created on my blog, put into Google Reader. Now the other way to do it is you can add a subscription manually by clicking this button and then putting in the feed that I showed you, that feed address in this box manually. So that's the two ways of using Google Reader. Now let's move on to how to subscribe and listen to a podcast using iTunes. So again, go back to my Social Networking Institute blog, and this time though, click on the subscribe to my podcast. When you click on that, what will happen is it will go to a next screen here which shows you that you can now subscribe to this feed in iTunes. Okay? All you have to do is click that. But if you don't have iTunes, this actually makes it very easy. You just click here to say Get iTunes, and you can that'll actually load iTunes onto your computer, so you can have that to load too. So if you have it on your computer, just click on this. At this point, what will show up, your iTunes will come up on your computer screen. What you do then is you go to this part of the bar here. It's under Podcast. Okay. At that point, you will see the Social Networking Institute will show up, and then you need to then click on every one of these episodes to load the episodes into iTunes. At that point, once it's loaded into iTunes, you can connect your iPod to it and perform a sync, and now your podcast will be put onto iPod, and then you can take the iPod wherever you are, play it in your car, wherever you want to go. But that's the process of actually subscribing and being able to listen to iTunes. So at this point, let's talk about, thank you very much for attending the Social Networking Institute. This is part of the class SNI 101. This is a very small portion, but this portion is called How to Use Google Reader and iTunes to Read, Subscribe, and Listen to Blogs, vBlogs, and Podcasts. Thank you very much for attending. If you'd like more information on our 8-session online webinar of this class, SNI 101, which is entitled How to Use Social Networking and Social Media Tools for Salespeople, go to our website, which is www.socialnetworking-institute.com. Click on the Register for Class tab and begin. Thank you so much.